What do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and if you'll allow me just 30 seconds to plug the channel real quick.
Good luck.
I love Smite, I enjoy Smite. Smite has a pretty large learning curve when it comes to newbies coming to the game and trying to get to the higher levels. There's a lot to learn. And the whole idea of this channel is to bridge the gap between new players and some of the experienced players and help shrinken the learning curve as much as possible. I do have a Discord server. If you want to see me play any particular god, you can leave a comment or reach out in the Discord server. If you like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you like the idea of trying to gain Smite knowledge, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I will release videos 6 to 7 times a week. And now let's jump into the video. Today we're going to be playing Baba Yaga in Joust. And before we get into it, let's just kind of take a look at our team comp. We have me, a kind of backlining mage. We have Medusa, a super aggressive ability hunter. And then we have King Arthur, who is going to act as a front line. And thank God King Arthur was good this game. We were really able to exert a lot of pressure. Kind of going over Baba Yaga and some of her abilities. Her 1 has 4 different line attacks. It changes the shape based on each time you cast it, and each of these can apply 4 different effects to our debuffs, to our buffs for your team. Without going too much into it, let's just dive into the second ability. The second ability allows her to cast a potion. She can store this potion, which is currently what I have as my second potion, my L3X. And you can cast it, store the potion, and then cast it again. You'll be able to throw the potion, pull out the potion you've stored, and throw 2 back to back. And then Baba Yaga's third ability, she goes into her mortar, rolls around a little bit, and then explodes out. And then her ultimate, she turns into a giant house, which provides a knockback to anybody standing near you. And then you can cast 4 damaging abilities. We'll go over the build next and kind of the logic behind it. So this game with Baba Yaga, I plan on being kind of in the back line, and because of this, I want to make sure I am survivable if I get dove on. And with her passive giving you free stacks, it just kind of makes sense to go Warlock staff first. It's going to make you tankier, it's going to provide you some power, it's going to give you some more health, and you're going to be able to stack it faster than you would with normal gods. So we just hit level 5, we hit level 5 before them. Out of all of Baba Yaga's abilities, I feel like her 2 is a little underwhelming. And after doing some playtesting after this game, I realized that her 3 actually does more damage fully leveled up than her 2. So if you were trying to be ultra aggressive, you would max your 1 first, and then you could max your 3, and then your 2 last. The 2 is just, it feels underwhelming because the damage, it's her least damaging ability, and the cast timer, the amount of time it takes for you to pull out a potion, throw it, and then for it to land and do damage, it just feels like a long time. So it just feels like a weird ability. I would recommend leveling the other 2 first. You definitely want to start leveling with your 1. I have tried a few games where I leveled my 2 first, and I never seemed to do as well as whenever I just leveled my 1. So that was the 3. We did our 3 out of base to try to get to lane a little bit quicker. Now that we've kind of gone over Baba Yaga, we didn't really talk about her passive. Her passive is the hut. The hut's going to move around the map, building up a charge. And what this charge allows you to do is the charge, if you stand near the hut, will give you stacks on your stacking items, and if you are fully stacked, it'll heal you. Now that we've kind of gone over all of her abilities, we're going to kind of focus more to the Joust mindset. We'll continue to go over which items we built and why. But we're going to focus more on the gameplay, the spacing, and how these engagements are being set up. So right now, they're just hanging out. It's a 2v3, so they're not trying to exert too much pressure. The Vulcan dives on us. King Arthur immediately pulls back, provides some cover. I do my 3 to get out and do a little bit of damage. Right here I ult, thinking that I can get this control in. I cannot, but I can throw a bunch of damage onto their pushing damage characters. So they did get first blood. We were able to avenge them. Threw my 1 through the wall, thinking that might connect. It does not. Just going to 3 hit both of them. And then King Arthur is able to secure the kill on Fallen. So part of this game was kind of just getting a feel for Baba Yaga. I've played her a few times in Conquest, but this is my first Joust game with her. And we are already sitting at 30 stacks of Warlock stuff. Damage is up, so we're going to make our way over here, get that, and get that little bit of XP. King Arthur is an 8, so Medusa made the call to let him have damage. I think that's a pretty good call, especially since he is the highest level in the lobby and he's exerting that pressure. So right now we are just hanging back. The tower is approaching. We're going to throw our 1. We got a little poked out. I wasn't sure if they were pushing, so I 3'd out just to be sure. I see blue is up, so I'm going to make my way for blue. Probably should be doing this with a teammate just because I don't have the best clear. Yeah, you don't want to be sitting there just basic attacking the camp like this. It's not the most effective thing to do with time. But we have enough for boots, so we're going to back, and we're going to be buying the lifesteal boots. So cooldown is super important in Baba Yaga, but I do want to be able to sustain and kind of maximize my damage. Most of the time I'd be going cooldown, but I went for the lifesteal this game. We got the colon, hit him with our damaging 2. We're going to 3 up and then ult. King Arthur is able to ult and also, well, not also, but get the kill. So now I'm just hanging out in my giant chicken house. Gonna make my way back to some back XP camps to continue getting my XP up. Just hanging out in the back. That was a bad potion throw. So another kind of just general strategy with Baba Yaga is you want to pop a potion and store it. You don't want to throw the first person you get right away. We throw our 1, able to secure it. We're going to whip out the potion and throw it on Hell as she comes down from the King Arthur ultimate. We hit a nice 1 on Hell, but unfortunately it's not enough to kill her. So right now we are exerting super high pressure. Medusa and I are both building stacks. We hit Hachiman with 2 potions, and it just seemed a little underwhelming. I know it's not fully maxed out yet. We don't have a ton of items online, but it still just felt a little underwhelming for how hard that ability is to hit. So right here I decided to ult. It works out nicely, but it was probably not the best ult. We were able to secure red and do some damage, but they do have a health, so they're just going to be able to heal it back up. Because they have a health, we are definitely going to want to incorporate some anti-heal into our build. They also have a Kukulin, who most likely went Gladiator Shield, and they also have a Hachiman, who at some point is most likely going to pick up a lifesteal item.
Be right back. Okay.
So, We have one hard healer, and we're going to have two soft healers, so it's definitely an idea to get Divine Ruin. Take a little bit of damage, so I 3 out. Hachiman's making the bold play. Somebody pops a beautiful shell to keep Medusa alive. Throw the 1 at the Kupon. We get our first kill with a potion toss. Now we're going to push up with King Arthur. And that's all we can really commit to, so we're going to back to pick up the XP farm from the minion wave. We're pretty low on mana. We did just pop a mana pot, and we do have the mana potion, so we should be able to sustain decently. I pocket a potion. Waiting for this hell to come up. I want to hit her with the potion, hit her with the wand, hit her with my other potion. Gonna check their camp. It's not there, so we're gonna move back lane, cast something through the wall, try to get a little fancy. We see Fallen following us, so we're gonna 3 out.
Get out of the path.
Tag the minion wave with our 1. Throw a bomb onto Hoi. Fallen's about to transform. Tag with the 1, we're gonna ult in. Do some decent damage. Medusa's able to secure the kill onto Fallen. Right here we get super aggressive. We're gonna 3 in and miss our 1. If we didn't miss our 1, there's a chance. And I also had the ability to Sanctuary the Hachiman ult. I heard the voice cue, but just failed to push my Sanctuary in the right amount of time. So that was very preventable death. I would not recommend using your 3 to go into tower to get to between tower and Phoenix. Probably not the best strategy with a backline mage, but I was being aggressive, feeling myself as Baba Yaga, thinking that I might be able to get that double. Unfortunately, I do not.
Be right back.
You have to risk it to get the biscuit, but there was no biscuit gotten on that play.
Enemy missing middle.
Okay.
Attack middle lane.
So, if you look at her passive, the next one that we are going to cast is going to be an L that goes to the left, and it's also going to silence enemies. Now this next one is going to be the oval shape, and it's going to slow enemies. Trying to do a little cast through the wall. Can't confuse anyone, get some free damage. Falcon comes in and ult. Right now it is a 2v3. They're doing a great job of shutting down this Medusa. But I think they're focusing too much onto her because King Arthur and I are able to survive and kind of win the 2v3s. It's not that Medusa is a bad player or a bad character, it's just that this team comp is really good at closing in and bullying her. And there's only so much that King Arthur and I can do to keep them off of Medusa before they burst her down. She is a little underleveled, but because she's been dying and not in lane, that means that King Arthur and I are getting a little bit more farm from the wave. So it has its pros and it has its cons. I feel bad for Medusa, you want to help her out, but them closing on her is kind of actually helping our team. So we warded up just because we have a free ward. Let's see, we got Divine Ruin online. So now whenever we poke them, they shouldn't be able to sustain as much. Going to ult. Medusa's able to secure kill. I was able to secure kill.
Nice work.
Oof. If I would have hit him with my 1, I think we would have gotten him. King Arthur goes in boldly, but Hachiman's able to secure the kill. He got super aggressive. So, just based off of our first 3 items, we have a decent amount of power, 8% lifesteal, we're providing anti-heal whenever we hit enemies with our abilities, and we have 15 penetration from Divine Ruin. So we've got a little bit of pen, we've got a lot of health, we've got a lot of power, and we got a little bit of lifesteal. We are set up to do enough damage with these 3 items that we're actually going to go Hide of the Urchin as our 4th item. This item provides health and mana, and as you stack it, you're going to gain protections. So we have a very large health pool. By getting some protections online, we're going to be just that much harder to kill. And for people who are relatively new to the game and don't necessarily know how protections and penetration work, I am thinking about making a video trying to explain all of that. So we go in deep, we use our 3 aggressively, so we get ult and try to get a knock-up on somebody. We're going to use our damage from our ult to secure the kill onto Hachiman.
What are you even doing?
Able to get the basic attack and then Kukulin back, so we are just going to clear the minion wave. But with penetration and protections, it's not obvious how those 2 things interact with each other. So I was thinking about making a video to kind of go over that and to explain it. If that's something you're interested in, please let me know. So right now, in the game, we're up about 1,000 gold. We're up 5 kills. We're level 16. Hachiman on their team is 14 as the next highest. Looking at Kukulin, he's about to transform. Although we are healthy and tanky enough where we should be able to just kind of beat it. We're not a squishy mage right now. We do relevant damage, we apply anti-heal, and we're kind of tanky. So the team goes and gets Demon King.
Not a problem.
I do have to say, after they've made the changes to jousting with like how quickly you level up and stuff, it does feel better. I always thought that like you could be playing a game for 8 minutes and still be like level 6s, and it just felt weird.
Here comes the surrender.
So right there, we're able to secure the kill with our 3, making us 5, 1, and 6. We're taking a little bit of damage, but we are okay. We don't even care. We're going to go for the Hachiman, see if we can stop him before he backs. He gets away, so now we'll turn and dance with Kukulin. But, I mean, he just has to commit so much to tickle my health bar. See if we can get him through the wall. Unfortunately not. We're going to throw our 1. Short again. But we are able to get this Hachiman. Or at least I thought. We're going to pop a shell. Use the 3 to secure the kill. Now we're probably a little too weak to try to fight anyone. So we're going to start backing up. We also have 3,000 gold to spend. I'm gonna let King Arthur get the damage. And I believe we are going Book of the Toss. We are going to go full stacks on Baba Yaga, other than Boots, Divine Ruin, and my 6 items, so half stacks, if you will. But we have the cool passive, so why not use it? Stack some of those items that are a little harder to stack. Right, I'm already at 12 stacks. I just left base with it, and I'm already at 12 stacks. We got Hide fully stacked, and we have Warlock Staff fully stacked.
These ingredients made.
Going to make our way to Blue Buff. Level 18 at 19 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
I foresee a crossing of blades.
Kikolan goes in, he ults, misses me with the ult, Hachiman goes in, so they're doing a full-on commit. We are able to get the Hachiman with our ultimate. Next we're going to stick onto the Hell.
You are trolling.
Able to get that, gets the double kill. Kikolan dove and killed our Medusa, but we were able to clean up their damage, so that is favorable for us. Unfortunate for Medusa. I'm on super cooldown, so I don't think there's a whole lot I can do here. Going to 3. Throw my 2. King Arthur is able to secure the kill.
Deicide.
We should be able to get Phoenix. One would think. So right there I just pocketed a potion. So in 8 seconds I'll be fully ready to go. So right there we were hitting good damage. We want to dash out because Hell does have a little bit of increased movement speed. That will be hard to deal with if she actually gets on us. Right there I just threw my 1 to see if I could get increased movement speed on my next cast. So after Book of Thoth, we are going to go Bancroft's Talon. We are just so tanky that if we get just a little bit more lifesteal, we're going to be able to sustain in the fights just that much better. Between the health, the protections, and the lifesteal, we are not fun to try to kill. And they're going to have to commit a lot to fully kill me. And I just don't think that's going to happen because King Arthur is good at creating space this game. Medusa, we're trying to help her out, but she just keeps getting zoned out. King Arthur getting some pop. After some potions, I'm going to move around the back. See if I can't get them to commit to something. Throw the 1, get some poke onto Hachiman. Throw the bomb, get some poke onto Hachiman. Miss R2 there. Pop a shell on King Arthur just to make sure he gets out. Medusa is hitting the Phoenix.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
Kind of still just hanging back. We're gonna ult, see if we can't clean up any of these kills.
What are you even doing?
We get the Hell.
Catch these hands.
We want to go for this Kikolan, but we only have the 1 potion, and we just missed our 1 on Hachiman. I think we probably should have just ignored Hachiman and gone for the Kikolan. That was probably a little bit of a misplay there. But it is a 2v1, and I don't want them up in my face, so I'm going to start backing up. If they were up in my face, they probably could 2v1 me. I don't have the best peel for myself. I just kind of have the 3 to get out and then hit them with my damage. If I miss and they keep closing in, there's a good chance that that'll put me in a bad position. So backing up is definitely the safest option. We have enough for our Bancroft's Talon, so we're going to go ahead and back to get that item online. They just got Demon King, but that shouldn't matter. We have very high pressure, so I don't even think they're going to get near our Phoenix.
Take this jungle buff.
Sneaky.
Team's moving towards damage. They're still cleaning up fire minions, so we're just going to group up and push.
Thanks.
Not a problem.
Go to the line attack. Get a poke onto Hell in the back line. 2 Colons on Medusa. This time we're going to be there to try to help out.
An ally has been slain.
She's got so melted. Hachiman's too close, so we're just going to ult onto him. Go to the line attack. Oh my goodness, do I miss these? There we go. Got him with the potion.
Nice work.
Makes us 10, 1, and 7.
27,000 again.
I do think that this is the build. for Joust. You're just so tanky, you have so much utility by providing anti-heal, getting your health and protections online. The lifesteal really allows you to live and sustain in lane a lot longer. We were the first ones to hit level 20, so maybe this build isn't as good when playing from behind, but when playing from ahead, I feel like there is very little threat to Baba Yaga this game, and then I was still able to do relevant damage. Some things you could change in the build. Instead of going Bancroft's Talon, you could go Soul Reaver. You could go Chronos Pendant instead of Bancroft's Talon. But I feel like the Warlock Staff, Nemean Hide, or Hide of the Urchin. I think it's Nemean Hide actually. I think I said Hide of the Urchin earlier. I think it's Nemean Hide. We're gonna ult or use our 3, get that kill. Hachimanda's ulted in. He's gonna die. Able to ult, gets a knockup. King Arthur gets the final damage. And we're just gonna use our ult to secure the Hell, and then get the Phoenix, and now we're gonna push onto the Titan, and that should be the game. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, leave it a comment, and let me know your thoughts. I'm excited for the new god. I don't think I have mastered her yet, but she looks pretty fun and pretty interesting. If you guys are interested in more of this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.